Howdy folks, and welcome to another episode of Mingles with Ringles.
Yeah.
Starring, or guest starring, the mighty Boo, who's wondering where the treats went. You've eaten them all, Boo.
It's been a while since he's been here.
Yes.
On camera, that is.
Yeah, normally he's sleeping this time of day.
Yeah.
No, Boo, you've eaten all of the treats. There's no more treats. I'm very sorry, Boo. This is the price of fame, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Bless him. You're not a young dog anymore, are you, Boo?
No.
You do like your sleep. Yes. Well, anyway, so, yeah, T-shirt of the week, now covered in Boo fur. No close encounters of any kind. How many of you get the reference? Steven Spielberg's first movie, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. No? Yes? Starring Richard Dreyfuss. Nah, yeah. Never mind. You have no idea.
I do have
You
an
do?
idea. Because
Oh.
my favorite kind of movies is sci-fis, and the older, the shittier, the better.
Yeah,
Yes.
this wasn't a shitty movie, though.
No, it's not. It's not. But I am aware of that one. Yes.
Well, I have a very handsome young dog. Well, not very young. He's definitely not a young dog anymore.
He has early signs of arthritis.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he spends most of the day just sleeping in his open cage, just minding his own little business, living his best years.
That means it's going to be difficult for me to turn around
I'll
and
do
grab
it.
the beers of the week.
I'll do it. All right. Here we go.
Bloody hell, Boo. This dog needs a brush. So,
Isn't this the same from last week? I think I'm getting a deja vu.
I do apologise, Germany. No, this is not the same. This is Westmaler, or Westmaler. It's a Trappist beer,
Alright.
and it's a double. I have no idea what that is. But it's in a brown bottle,
And this is a Trappiste Rochefort.
which is a Belgian beer.
All right.
This one is...
Yeah, it says here made in Belgium.
Yeah, this is Belgian as well.
All right.
Now, what do we do with a bottle opener?
I have not. Okay, let me take care of that. I'm gonna have to stand up. We did not prepare this. All right. It's in the same spot, just
Yes, it's just hidden.
yeah.
Rita likes to do this. She likes to... Things that... She likes to hide things. It's not rocket science, really.
No, I'm laughing.
Germany, Belgium, I'm so sorry.
give me that one. So which one do you want?
Don't mind. Apparently
Alright.
it's all in the pour. I was actually a barman before I joined the Navy.
You worked at the bar?
Yeah.
All right.
Although we didn't, pour bottles.
Oh, look, the ice is falling off.
Somebody asked for a bottle, we gave them the bottle and a glass and they poured it themselves. Apparently this is encouraging underage drinking. Do I look underage?
I'm above the hill for a couple years now, so don't look at me. All right.
Oh wow. That's
This one
actually
is very
quite
dark.
cloudy.
It
Yes.
smells like one of my smoothies.
It looks almost British.
Yeah, it's very, very. It's almost black.
Oh, this one smells good.
I'll put this on the trash later.
That is really nice.
Try this one. I'm not very sure about that one.
Oh, I get the, okay. I hope I like it. Oh yeah, it's a different smell. It's like a stout.
It's taste it. You'll see what I mean. It's almost like acidic.
Yeah,
It's weird.
I quite like it, but it's well, as you can tell from looking at it, it's definitely not a lager. And you?
This one is nice. It's softer.
Okay.
Yeah. Which one do you want?
There's some actual flavour in the one I have, so
Yeah. Yeah.
you could chew it.
Which one do you want?
Well, I'll have the one you don't like.
All right. Fair enough.
Oh,
Thank you.
Now I need to reach my notes. Sorry about this, boo boo.
No.
So
He's a bit chubbier. I need to.
he is, yes. Oh,
Oh
are you getting sleepy, Boo? You should lie down there and have a sleep.
no!
Yes.
Can people cannot see him? 1 second. They need to see.
We need to adjust the camera. Okay.
Yeah, they need to see the cuteness. 1 second. I'm doing God's work here.
Don't worry, I'll edit this out.
Just a little bit more.
There he is.
There we go. Yeah, he's just. His face is just covered by the zoom.
Yeah, but that's not what's.
I know.
Oh my god! So what you need to understand here is that on the monitor on the camera, there's all kinds of icons to let you know that you're actually recording and how much battery you have left and what the zoom level is. And Rita just told me that she had to adjust it because his face was covered by the zoom icon.
No, like I legit. No, Paul. I legit could not see the dog at all. I thought he wasn't showing.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it really was.
Oh. God damn it. I can have. Well, now I know that he's showing on camera.
Okay.
I thought he was completely covered off. So.
Well, apparently not.
Yeah. Don't forget I'm blind, okay?
That's why you've got your glasses on, Rita.
I'm blind even with glasses. I'm waiting to be old enough to get lasered.
You know it doesn't work like that.
What?
Once you're a certain age, there's no longer any point in having your eyes lasered because your eyes just deteriorate every year. So you can get them lasered when you're like 40, but by the time you're 42, you won't be able to see again.
Basically, the lady told that my eyes are changing too fast, so lasering now would be a waste of money for me to wait until I'm 40, so I can keep on buying glasses off her. So, she was really nice. She was really nice.
Did she try to sell you any real estate in Florida as well?
Oh, come on.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on swiftly. So I don't know if you noticed, but Windows 10 just had an update. Fairly major one.
Yes, I remember that because they tried to bring me back Microsoft Edge.
Yes, amongst other things.
Yes.
So as well as trying to convince us all that we really needed to use Microsoft Edge as a browser and Bing as our search engine.
Yeah.
Well, you know that notification center thing that you've got in the bottom right corner
Yes,
of
that
your
is
screen?
quite annoying, yeah.
I now have a permanent notification in there. Right, no matter how many times I acknowledge it, it just keeps coming back as a fresh notification.
Alright.
It's like I'll go to the PC in the morning after feeding the cats and Boo here, and there's a notification, and I click on it, and it's exactly the same notification that I got the day before, and I dismiss it, and then the next day it's back.
Yeah.
Oh, Boo's gone for an adventure. Where you going,
Boo-boo. No. It's too dangerous here, Boo-boo.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'll put him down if he wants to go and sleep, because I don't want him jumping even from that height, because his old knees won't be able to take it. Oh, he's off to investigate. He's off for an adventure.
Yeah, he's
having a good sniff. He's looking for bits of food that we've all forgotten about. Anyway, so this notification keeps coming back. Do you know what that notification is?
What?
It's letting me know that this is where my notifications are.
Who put that in?
Every day. This is where your notifications live. I fucking know! You tell me every day.
That's something I will do.
Oh, I thought you were supposed to be smart to work for Microsoft.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long do you think it's going to be before we can't buy games anymore?
That's an odd change of subject.
It is. It's also a trick question because we haven't actually been able to buy games in years. You don't buy
we
games.
just buy a copy.
Yeah, you don't even buy a copy. You buy a non-exclusive license to play the game.
I see where you're going with this. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We basically only rent games from the publishers.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, we haven't been able to buy a game for years, or we're actually buying a non-exclusive licenses to play them. And that got me thinking, how long do you think it's going to be before that's actually what happens?
Mm.
You don't even buy a game. You don't even think you're buying a game. You're just renting it from the publisher for a period of time. Because... sorry, go on.
I mean, some companies are already starting to shift towards that.
Well, the business model For people, I think you actually, if you've got a business and you want to buy like 100 copies of Microsoft Office for everybody in your business to use, I think it kind of works like that and has worked like that for a while anyway. You lease the software.
Yeah.
But certainly in the home market, people still think they're buying the software. Although I think...
No, don't do that in my room. No.
It's okay. Sometimes he likes to drag his arse across the carpet. It's okay.
Get back on his lap.
Oh, hell no.
Come on.
He's coming back up. Yeah, come on then. Come on, Boo-Boo. Oh
my
trying
God.
to jump. What?
No, just what you tried to do in my... This is my haven. He's desecrating my haven.
Okay. Good boy, then. Right, anyway. I can't remember whether it's Norton antivirus or certain types of video editing software where they're already shifting to that kind of business model where you buy a license to use it for a year and then you have to renew it, which is what you might argue that we do with something like, because I use Power Director to edit my videos, and there's a new version of Power Director comes out every year, and there aren't really usually that many great changes or differences in it, but funnily enough, it's almost as if, because my existing version of Power Director keeps developing bugs and keeps not working properly, and then when I upgrade to a new version, suddenly all the problems go away. But around about a year later, it starts developing problems again. Very suspiciously so, if you know what I'm talking about. But I was reading, because I'm getting excited about Cyberpunk 2077 coming out, so I went back to reread William Gibson's Cyberpunk novels, Mona Lisa Overdrive, Neuromancer, Burning Chrome, Count Zero, and which of course are what Cyberpunk 2077, or the original Cyberpunk 2020 game. What the hell is she doing? I don't even want to know. Were based on, and the guy was so far ahead of his time, because you know when sometimes you read you go back to reread a book that you enjoyed 30 years ago, and it's a science fiction book talking about the near future, and it hasn't aged well. But William Gibson's Cyberpunk books still, they still work. They still got it. And one of the data jocks was talking about how he'd rented some software from a fixer. Counter-intrusion software, so he could hack some corporation's website. But he only had it for 2 hours. And if you think about it, I'm sure, I guarantee you the software publishers are thinking about it. If they're, I'm trying to think of an example of something that you are only probably going to use or play for a couple of weeks. If they could figure out a way to rent that to you rather than sell it to you, it's going to happen. At some point it will become the norm. Didn't
Apple was caught doing that, actually, slowing down older phones on purpose so people would buy new ones?
Wouldn't surprise
I think it was Apple. If people can check it up in confirming in the comment section.
Allegedly,
yes.
Don't sue us, Apple.
Yeah.
Well, don't sue.
But check it out.
Don't sue me. You can sue her. That's fine. She doesn't have anything.
I'm gonna bite you.
Anyway.
People were talking about me trying to bite your finger.
Oh.
They even took a screenshot.
And now Boo's trying to do it. What are you doing, Boo? Oh, you want scratches? Oh.
This is actually something my great-grandmother used to do, and she's been a lot in my mind lately.
Oh. She used to try to bite your finger.
Yeah, if you pointed the finger at her, she will go, and she'll go hard.
Because it's rude to point.
Yes, it would be, ow! Yeah. Bless her.
Well, anyway, Bilbo died.
Yeah.
Sir Ian Holm, who you may know as Bilbo from the Lord of the Rings movies.
He's been in so many things, though.
Yeah, but he was Ash from Alien, the science officer who was secretly a synthetic plant by the Weyland-Yutani Corporation. He's been in all sorts. But he died a couple of days ago, aged 88. Apparently he'd been suffering from Parkinson's disease, although he kept it really quiet because, hey, it's nobody's business but his.
Exactly.
But when they were filming the new Hobbit movies, they wanted to do an old Bilbo, new Bilbo thing with him and Martin Freeman, who played young Bilbo.
Yeah.
And Peter Jackson has actually posted a Facebook tribute to Ian Holm, explaining what went on, which is where Ian Holm revealed to him, I'd love to do it, but I haven't announced it, but I've been retired for a couple of years because I'm starting to suffer from Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Peter Jackson has several family members who've had the disease, so he knows what it's like. And they figured out a way for him to do it, so that he could, pass the torch on to Martin Freeman in the new movie. You should check out the Facebook post that he did. It's really, really good. And there's stories about how there's a scene in in the Fellowship of the Rings, where he's sitting telling the story of the journey to the Misty Mountain to a bunch of young hobbits around the party tree. But these are like 4 or 5-year-old kids.
Yeah.
4 or 5-year-old kids don't have a great attention span, and they kept having to move the cameras around in order to get it from different angles. Did it as quickly as possible, but on a film set, as quickly as possible is 15 to 20 minutes. So he basically was just entertaining the children, telling them stories between takes. He was just a fantastic. Well, I never met him personally, but he seemed like a fantastic guy.
Yeah.
And they've been honouring him in The Lord of the Rings Online.
All right.
Multiple servers in The Lord of the Rings Online met at the Baggins home of Bag End, while others walked all the way to Rivendell together to gather round in-game Bilbo, who is at Rivendell in the game, and pay their respects. So that was nice.
The day before, we also lost the English word. 1 second. The Armored Forces sweetheart.
Oh, Dame Vera Lynn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
103 years old. You too.
Don't know. That's all right. This is my performance. Right, so I'm the copyright holder.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dame Vera Lynn, the Forces sweetheart from World War II, sort of like the British version of the Andrews sisters in America. She died aged 103. Did you say?
103.
Yeah.
Correct.
So she's gone this week.
And 2 days before, someone who's actually a true hero, and if you give me a second, I would like to check the name because it's not an easy name for me to pronounce.
We'll edit this out.
Alright. Because this is a person that definitely is worth mention. Scroll. Betty Goodsmith Outkirk.
Okay, first of all, they're not going to hear you from behind the microphone.
I know.
Also, you've lost your seat.
Yeah.
Look at the size of that cat.
She's getting a big girl. Ooh. Oh, girl.
Akizuki, are you having the good scratches?
Yes.
Are you having the good scratches, Akizuki? So,
Girl.
who was she?
Betty Woodsmith. She was. She pretty much worked at an orphanage. She was Dutch, Jewish Dutch.
Yeah.
And she saved roughly 600 Jewish children during World War II.
Oh.
And she died 2 days before Verolyn. And it was barely even talked about. I only heard it from one person online, that was it. But yeah, 600 children, roughly the amount that she saved.
It's pretty good going.
Yeah. She died at the age of 96. Yeah.
I was going to say it's funny how we mentioned there's nothing funny about it, but going back to Dame Vera Lynn, how can I put this? Do you remember back when the lockdown started?
Yes.
Dame Vera Lynn suddenly started trending.
Thanks to the Queen as well.
Yeah.
She said in her speech, we'll meet again.
Yeah, because the Queen said in her speech, once the lockdown started, we'll meet again, which is obviously referring Vera Lynn's song, We'll Meet Again. And so suddenly Vera Lynn started trending, and you always know Britain is in the shit
when Vera
Lynn starts trending, when everybody's going back to that wartime spirit, the spirit of the Blitz and all that, and which Vera Lynn was the symbol of. That's how you really know that this country is in the shit, when Dame Vera Lynn starts trending.
Yeah, not just in the military show circuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, Star Wars Squadrons?
Yeah. What?
You probably don't care.
I don't really. It's not Star Wars pod racing, like I said last week.
Right. So, Star Wars Squadrons, there were numerous leaks, which I'm sure were, orchestrated by EA themselves. And then suddenly, big fanfare, Star Wars Squadrons announced. They've been trickling information out, but there was a big old mixed cinematic. I saw a gameplay trailer, and the first 2 minutes were just cinematics. So I was like, oh, here we go. They're pulling a Ubisoft. But then there was actual gameplay as well. And very cynically, I thought that it was going to be a mobile-only microtransaction finance game, but no, not at all, because it's going to be first-person only, and I like that. View
For immersion
from
reasons.
inside the cockpit. One,
Alright.
for immersion, and two, any game. I mean, War Thunder's an example, and this isn't a criticism of War Thunder. But when you play an arcade, you've got a cockpit view, you've got a virtual cockpit view, and you've got a third-person view. And everybody uses the third-person view because it's better.
Yeah.
Better situational awareness, better field of view. You just see more of what's going on. It's better. Anybody who's using the third-person view will usually beat anybody who's using the first-person cockpit view, unless they really suck. You play War Thunder in higher realism settings, and you're restricted to first-person view. But Star Wars Squadrons is going to be first-person only, and I like that because, one, it makes you feel more like you're actually inside an X-Wing or a TIE fighter. But also, it's going to have no microtransactions, and it's not going to be designed around the live service business model. And it's only going to cost $40 or the equivalent. Ju's having a sneeze up there. You okay, Juicy?
Oh, Ju.
Yeah, she's fine.
Gesundheit,
Yeah,
Marie.
so we're talking a AAA Electronic Arts game that isn't going to cost $60, doesn't have microtransactions,
Alright.
and isn't based around some live service where they can keep selling you season passes.
That's not what I would expect out of a Star Wars game.
It's not what I would expect out of Electronic Arts,
Yeah,
who have the exclusive license to do Star Wars.
exactly. That's what I mean.
It's almost as if they learned something from the success of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
It'll never catch on. Motive Studios, who are developing the game, their creative director, Ian Frazier, told Game Informer, "We're trying to say with this game that we have a $40 price point. We want to feel generous to players, and we want it to feel like a complete experience. Like, you gave us your $40, here's a game that you love, thank you, and that's
Wow.
it." You'll note that this guy doesn't work for Electronic Arts.
Yeah.
He's developing the game, not publishing it. But yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of the times developers get a lot of flack for things that it has nothing to do with their decision.
It's down to the publisher.
Exactly.
Because the publisher's paying for it.
Exactly.
Where were we? Yeah, this is a bit of a problem for me though, because Electronic Arts are making it very hard for me to hate them. I mean, it's easy. It's easy to vote with your wallet and refuse to buy games from, Electronic Arts, Ubisoft, Take-Two, and so on, when they're pumping out shit games. When Electronic Arts are pushing out Anthem and
Is that game still going?
It still has a pulse, but only just barely.
Okay.
Star Wars Battlefront 2, when Bethesda are pumping out shit like Fallout 76, when it's easy to say, oh, that's it, I'm never buying a game from these guys again, because generally speaking, you're not missing anything.
Yeah.
But when they start pushing out good games like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and by the look of things, Star Wars Squadrons, it makes it very difficult to keep the moral high ground.
Yeah.
I mean, I dodged a real bullet on Anthem because it looked like it was going to be amazing. I was like, oh,
Is that a Star Wars pun?
No.
I have the high ground. Could have been.
Don't get me started about that. It's just, yeah. But yeah, if games publishers push out shit like Anthem, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Star Wars Battlefront, and Fallout 76, they make it very easy to take the high ground and refuse to buy their shit.
Oh, by the way, Bethesda gave me a Fallout 76 copy.
Yeah, you said that last week.
Oh, did I?
Yes.
I forgot.
Of
Sorry.
course you did. Did you take your memory pills today?
No, I had totally forgot.
Have you taken your memory pills this month?
A few.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do need to do a giveaway because I already have my own copy and I don't
Okay.
really have any friend that wants to play with me. So
Yeah, that's a surprise, isn't it?
Well-
Nobody wants to play Fallout 76 with you. You'd have to pay somebody to take that game off your hands.
I had a problem with Skyrim.
Oh, Rita just got a Nintendo Switch Lite.
Yes,
You can get Skyrim on it.
it's amazing.
Is there a game system that you cannot get a version of Skyrim on?
It is amazing. I'm so happy to have
If I go
that.
fish out my original Nintendo Game Boy, you know, the one that's the size of a brick, am I going to find that Bethesda have a version of Skyrim for it?
I've 1 second, let me... Oh, can I actually put the ship on fire?
I don't know what you're talking about, neither do they.
But yeah, I've been playing a lot recently. I don't know if the camera can focus on that, but I'm very, very happy. Thank you. This is an early birthday gift, so thank you. Thank you.
Anyway, yeah, so when games publishers start pushing out games that are actually good, like Red Dead Redemption 2 and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order,
Yeah.
and potentially Star Wars Squadrons, it makes it really hard to hate them.
Yeah.
Although I'm still not getting The Last of Us 2, because fuck you, Sony. Although I'm probably going to get a PlayStation 5. Oh, I'm so conflicted. It's just...
The Last of Us 2, I'm watching live streams of people playing it, and it's very interesting that all the the magazines and so on gave it a 10 out of 10. I think minimum was a 7 out of 10 that was given by the magazines, and the user review I think was 3.6.
Yeah, but it's like, I have no doubt that it's a good game. I don't know for sure. I doubt it's going to be an amazing game, but I'm sure it's going to be pretty good. Maybe a 7 out of 10. But people aren't voting. I suspect, and I'm pretty sure, that people aren't voting because they've played the game. And that's what they actually think of it. They're voting because fuck you, Sony, and fuck you, Naughty Dog, basically, because of the shit that they've been pulling with copyright strikes on anybody even talking about the game, or even talking about their copyright strikes on people who are talking about the game.
That has also definitely not helped the situation, but it's more... What I'm hearing the most is that the first game's story is being destroyed on the second game. It's the whole argument.
Right. Okay.
Yes, because...
Careful, we're venturing into plot territory now. You don't want to get a copyright strike.
Because we were grown to love two characters that are being pretty much being bugged up the
I'm gonna have to
pitch hole.
I'm gonna have to put you down. No, not put you down like that. My legs are getting
By
tired. Oh, boo.
by the second game.
Oh, boo.
Sorry.
Oh, I see. Okay, chest rub first, and then we can put them on the floor because my legs starting to get tired.
You can come
But yeah,
here.
that's pretty much what. Oh, okay. You want to go and sit with Rita?
Come on, baby.
Go on. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what everybody was talking about in the when all the leaks happened.
Yeah.
Going, oh my god, what have they done with these characters that we loved? And then getting copyright struck for talking
It
about it.
doesn't help that a buffed lesbian is kicking them. Pretty much, it's what it is.
Ah.
It also comes with political...
Yeah, that's something that
Yeah.
I find very, very annoying. When you've got like 90-pound women throwing 150, 180-pound men around like nothing.
Do you know what's funny? Like, she has all those buffed arms, she carries shit, she punches people, and she can only carry, I think, 9 bullets
Oh, right. Yeah.
in the game.
Hurrah
Yes.
for inventory systems.
Yeah.
Anyway.
People were laughing at that on the live stream I was watching yesterday.
So, Baldur's Gate 3 from Larian Studios.
Yeah.
I watched the trailer the other day and I nearly wet myself. Little dog's cock.
You!
You all saw it.
Censor it.
Okay, that's, I can see.
Censor that, please.
Yeah, I will cut that bit out.
Oh my god.
Apparently there's an 80, nearly 90-minute gameplay video up. I haven't seen it yet, but I know what I'm doing after I finish recording this. I'm looking forward to that so much. Not just because it's Baldur's Gate, and I played the first 2 games. Look at the, he needs brushing. Look at the
He
fur that's
really
coming off him when
does.
you're stroking him like that.
I need to give him another
It's
bath.
good. Cover your ears, boo. She doesn't mean it.
He's trying to jump off, but then
Well, let him
again...
go. He doesn't
No,
see
he'll
that.
rub his ass on my floor again.
Well, that's the risk you take. Go on,
Okay,
boo.
come on, boo boo. Keep making a little leg
Good
ramp
boy.
for him.
Oh, my good sniff. Oh, MechWarrior 5. Do you remember that?
Boo boo, come here. I don't
Let
trust
him
him.
do his thing.
I don't trust him.
Well, that's just tough, isn't it? So, MechWarrior 5, which I thought was a bit shit,
Hmm.
mostly because it was a bit shit, it now has mod support.
Okay.
And a massive new mod going by the name of MechWarrior 5 Reloaded is in the works. It's not finished. It's probably not going to be finished for quite some time. What are you doing?
No, you keep on going. I'm trying to decide which one is mine. Yeah, that's one is yours.
Yeah, the one that's... Never mind. So this mod, MechWarrior 5 Reloaded, I might actually have to reinstall MechWarrior 5 and see how it goes, because, well, the biggest adjustment is a fully unlocked mech lab that offers an enormous amount of new ways to tweak and tailor your mech, instead of just fussing over weapon systems, heat sinks and armour. Reloaded adds new customization features for engine upgrades, 5 new types of armour, gyros, heat cooling, sensors, arm and leg enhancement slots, and even deeper structural changes. To compensate for all these new options, the mechs have been overhauled to have more available weapons hardpoints. The mod also makes some significant improvements to combats. More importantly, over 40 custom assault mechs have been added, although they will still adhere to the in-game timeline, all you lore nerds. So you won't see units in combat years before that model of mech was first created. But combat's also been rebalanced to focus less on... Because that was one of the many things that I really didn't like too much about MechWarrior 5, is that you were fighting... What are you doing? Oh,
Dog fur on my nose.
did you just wipe your nose on my t-shirt?
Dog fur on my nose.
Did you all just see her wipe her nose on my t-shirt?
I was desperate.
That actually happened.
I don't have sleeves.
On
And look-
camera.
I don't.
In front of 50,000 people?
It was driving me crazy.
It's driving me fucking insane.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
It
So
wasn't
anyway.
wiping my nose, it was just the size. There was a fur there, I couldn't take off.
Oh, that's okay then.
Look at how much fur there's on my dress now. It's not like I can go down and wipe it on. I need to give him a bath. I'm sorry, but I was... Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm not editing that bit out.
Please.
Yeah. Combat in MechWarrior 5 has also been rebalanced
Wow.
to focus less on annoying units like enemy tanks and hovercraft and helicopters, and instead, funnily enough, in a game called MechWarrior 5, it's actually been rebalanced so you actually fight mech warriors every now and then. So, bigger actual mech-on-mech battles with bigger, more durable enemies to trade blows with. There are some great new features that would make combat a bit more nuanced. Climate and time of day will both affect how quickly your mech cools off after using weapon systems. The kind of thing that you would have expected to be in the game from launch, but hey, they have to mod it in. One of the many reasons why this game was a bit shit. Heat vision's been overhauled to display accurate thermal profiles for enemy mechs. There's a ton of smaller changes too, like coupling Reloaded with another mod that makes you noticeably limp when your mech loses a leg. It's a big list, so it's worth heading over to nexusmods.com, where I got all of my Fallout 4 mods from.
Yeah? Sorry.
Where you can browse all the changes yourself and see if it's worth trying out. I might have to give it a go myself, although the mod is not yet complete and it's probably still going to be incomplete for several months yet. Cyberpunk 2077 delayed another 2 months until November.
Oh, wait a second. Did you notice they didn't put a year in it? They
What,
didn't specify the year
this
they
is-
did the delay.
This isn't Star Citizen, Rita.
But at this point.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
At this point, the game is basically complete, and beta copies have already been sent out to various journalists. Not me, of course.
That does not help.
Not that I'm bitter or anything. Although I did get email from somebody claiming to be...
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah.
I got a couple of weeks back, I got email from somebody claiming to be from CD Projekt Red, and would I be interested in getting a beta copy of Cyberpunk, and how much they wanted to pay me, which immediately started, hang on, really?
Yeah.
They wanted to pay me to do a review or a preview, and the email address was a bit suspicious. Like, it wasn't from cdprojectred.com. It was a Gmail business. It was a Gmail address. So, yeah. But anyway, legitimate journalists apparently already have copies of the game, and so you can expect previews to be coming out after the Night City Wire live stream, which has been delayed until Thursday.
Okay.
This week.
Okay.
Don't know why I'm pointing at her. You're not Thursday. The 25th.
On Wednesday.
Wednesday Addams. Yes, I saw the cosplay. I bought the axe for the cosplay.
You did?
Yes.
Thank
Just
you.
do Wednesday Addams without an axe. I mean, that's just...
Yeah, he got me, it's one of those...
It's a foam rubber axe. It looks good, though. But yes, you can expect to see the first previews after the Night City Wire event, which happens on 25th of June, this Thursday. Personally, while I'm obviously disappointed that the game's been delayed another 2 months until November, and it was supposed to be out in April, I'm happy for them to just release it when it's ready. And at least they managed to get it out in the same decade as when it was originally promised.
Exactly.
Unlike certain other game developers. Cloud Imperium Games. Star Citizen. Yeah. Which apparently runs like shit, unless you're running it on a solid state drive. Star Citizen. So I've been told that this is the reason why I sat through a 17-minute loading screen and then was playing a slideshow that ran like roughly 1 frame every 4 seconds, with the music even stuttering, because I'm not running Star Citizen on a solid state drive. When did a solid state drive suddenly become the recommended system specification for a game that's not even in beta?
Yeah.
Because it's been over a year since I last had a go at Star Citizen. And it was a little janky, but it ran perfectly acceptably.
What is starting to get annoying is that they are building for a generation that is not yet here, but it won't be ready when it's here.
That's exactly...
Sorry, specified for me in English.
That's exactly Star Citizen's problem.
Yeah.
Feature creep. They keep developing it for hardware that isn't here yet.
Yeah.
They keep developing it for next year's hardware.
But next year the game won't be ready
But
either,
they never get it ready for next year.
Exactly.
So then they have to go back to scratch and redevelop it for the next year's hardware. And the process just keeps going on, and so 10 years later...
This is not the first time, neither the second they have done this, I think.
Yeah, well, they originally had, I think I mentioned this a couple of weeks back, it was originally going to run on the Cry engine.
Yeah.
And there were some legal problems with Crytek, and I said that they switched to Unreal, which wasn't true. They switched to Amazon Lumberyard, which apparently is a very heavily modified version of the Crytek engine. I don't know. But they keep... It's turning into Duke Nukem Forever.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's vaporware. It's not. You can play it if you have next year's technology.
Exactly.
It just pick a target and meet it. I mean, you've got $300 million.
Yep.
You've got more money than Marvel.
I mean, it's not like how can I say? It's not like the community would be annoyed at things not aging well. I mean, well, if that's their concern.
I have to admit, I mean, people say that you can't compare Star Citizen to Elite Dangerous or No Man's Sky. Well, of course you can. You know, they're 3 games in the same genre. You know, it's like saying you can't compare Call of Duty Ghosts to Call of Duty World War II. Of course you fucking can.
Yep.
They're both first-person shooters. But in a sense, yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. Because Star Citizen really is... I mean, they're pushing the boundaries. They really are. I mean, I can kind of see why it requires next year's tech.
Yeah.
Because the graphical fidelity and the way the systems work, it's like you can arrange... You know, you look at the cockpit of a jet fighter, for example, and you've got various different multifunction displays. But in Star Citizen, they're virtual displays, and you can move them around. So you can set up your heads-up display exactly the way you want it. There was another game that did that, actually, years ago, and I can't remember what it was. It might even have been X-Wing Alliance. Whatever. But, you know, they've got all of these ideas that are really, really cool ideas. But they just can't seem to get them ready.
Yeah.
And the way it looks, I mean, if you actually get up close and look at the textures, and it's not just the textures, but it's like individual nuts and bolts are modelled on these ships.
Yeah.
You don't need that. That's why you need next year's tech. I mean, you watch mark my words, this time next year, at the moment the recommended system specification for Star Citizen is that it's installed on a solid state drive. It will work if you like watching slideshows and you're running it off a hard drive, but by this time next year you'll need an RTX graphics card and a solid state drive as the minimum system specifications.
And who can afford that?
Yeah, exactly. And yet the fanboys, because they've got so much money invested in it,
they probably will get it.
I don't know.
Anyway. Yeah.
So yeah, I was hoping to have another look at Star Citizen, but because I've only got 40 gigabytes free on my solid state drive, I can't install it. So it's a big deal.
Yeah. I did see you trying.
Yeah.
He really tried to get.
I really tried to make space on my SSD. It's a 250 gigabyte SSD. It's got Windows and blah blah and stuff that needs to be on it, and there's just no space left. So yeah, big deal. I'll live.
Jerry was saying.
This is Geriatric, one of Rita's moderators.
Yes, I wouldn't. He's the best. He was saying that there will be new things coming in 2-3 months, like PC hardware.
Yeah.
So if we can hold 4 to 3 months, and then things will be much
the price
cheaper,
of the current top of the range stuff,
and then we can upgrade. Yeah.
The thing is, I don't need to upgrade my PC. It's a couple of years old, but it runs everything that I play
perfectly
on maximum settings with like at least 60 frames per second, and why would I want to buy next year's tech for a game that's in alpha?
Yeah.
Sorry, Star Citizen, do better, try harder.
One thing that makes me really happy is that how much you use that second monitor nowadays.
What did you get me that for?
I
think she was trying to encourage me to live stream.
So
I could watch chat on the one monitor while because at the time I think I was using my Kindle tablet to watch chat.
He was.
And monitors are dirt cheap. I mean,
that one wasn't that cheap. Well,
it was a couple of years ago.
I spent 15 quid on mine. Add one more zero to yours that I spent on you.
Because I just got for when I was painting models, you need to see what you're filming, because otherwise the back of your head is all that's being filmed. As you're doing this, you don't realise the camera's there and you move like that. So I had the camera connected. I had to order another monitor, and it was
it's right in front of you. It's the one I'm using.
Oh yeah, it's like a 26-inch monitor.
Yeah.
Widescreen. That's great. 100 quid.
Yeah.
It's amazing how cheap they are. And I'm sure that SSDs will become, they already are becoming much, much cheaper. And I'm starting to see PCs being offered for sale that don't have hard drives. They're just SSDs.
Yep.
And if you've got 2,500 quid to spend, minimum, then yeah. But no, I'm not spending that amount of money for something that's required to play an alpha test to an acceptable level. Star Citizen, try harder.
I'm talking about gifts, Paulinho. Paulinho, he gave me.
That's me, by the way, in case you're wondering.
Because usually, if I'm live streaming, or if I'm talking about you, or like on Discord or something like that, I will say Jingles.
So people actually know who you're talking about.
But in real life, to friends I call him Paul, but to him he's Paulinho. Paulinho. Yeah, Paulinho gave me this gift it's an early birthday gift.
I'm shit at keeping surprises.
You really are.
I think it's like his birthday's coming up, Christmas is coming up, I'll get her that. I think I went 2 days. I'm so bad at keeping secrets.
This time around, you were really sneaky about it.
Yeah, it was well hidden.
Yeah, it was well hidden.
You would never have found it.
I don't check yourself,
yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
You would never have looked in there.
No. Because I make you storage your own clothes.
Yeah.
I fold it sometimes, but I put it in a pile and it's like, you take care of that now. But you were very good at it this time. I didn't even realize there was a packaging or anything. And he gifted me...
yes, Rita, you have to be awake during the day to notice when deliveries are made.
Well. He gifted me Build Yourself Pip-Boy. And I'm just so happy about this because I've been wanting a Pip-Boy for so long. And I'm going to be building this on my stream. And you're going to weather it.
Yeah,
after.
yeah. She wants it weathered, so that's easy enough.
Yeah. Or maybe make it pink with little X's.
I refuse to make it pink with little X's. I will weather it, and it's going to be olive grey, weathered with the base steel showing through, and that's it.
But yeah.
There will be no unicorns. There will be no wizards.
Wow.
There will be no cats eating pizzas.
Like my necklace.
Yes.
But yeah, it's what's inside. It's really good quality. We took a peek. I don't want to show it on camera.
Oh, you want to save it for the stream?
Exactly. Okay. It's really good quality.
It is really good.
And they put a lot of attention to detail. I'm just... Thank you. Thank you.
Well, speaking of Fallout 76...
Yes.
Because that's the Mark 6 Pip-Boy.
Mark 6, yeah.
Yeah. It's a Fallout 76 thing. Anyway... Fallout 76 hasn't done anything spectacularly shit in at least 2 or 3 months. Well, except for that whole false
Not
nacht
2 or 3 months. Wastelanders haven't been out for that long.
Oh, okay. But, well, except for that whole false nacht thing.
False Nacht?
I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a Swiss festival. And they had a version of it. And they fucked it up.
Okay, I never heard of about
Apparently
that.
there was a butcher. It's some weird Germanic Swiss thing that they do. Hence the name Falsnacht. Don't even know what it means. Something night. Where there's a butcher who had these little mutated animals running around, and as part of the thing for the festival, you had to catch the animals, and of course the butcher wasn't spawning any of the animals. So.
Oh, all right.
But apart from that, that wasn't spectacularly shit. It just completely ruined the player celebration. But nobody got all their stuff, lost all of their stuff, or their junk just disappeared when they signed up for the subscription. Or nobody got poisoned by fungus growing inside the helmets that were being offered.
Yeah.
By Fallout 76 standards, that's nothing.
Yeah.
So, good job, Fallout. Well done. Oh. Although, I'll tell you what, I do find it hilariously amusing. If you go into Google,
Alright.
and you type Fallout 76 news into the search bar, and then you scroll down to the People Also Ask section, the very first thing that appears is Fallout 76 playable yet?
It actually... I mean, I see the joke in it. I see the fun in it. It is now. It actually is now.
So I hear.
It's still a broken game, but it's playable. And it's actually much different since Wastelanders.
Well, that's nice. That's nice, dear. And you're not playing it, are you?
Fallout 76?
Yeah, I haven't played it in ages.
Well, the thing is,
Been playing Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. I'm busy with the Nintendo Switch at the moment. But the thing is, in 2018, I pretty much finished the storyline, the quest line that came with the game initially.
Yeah.
I did not finish it because the last quest was bugged, obviously.
Say it isn't so.
Yeah. But it's very much I don't want to go through the same thing all over again. I'm just interested in NPC's story quest lines at the moment because it's the only thing.
Well, you mean all those things that people actually tolerated Bethesda's bug-ridden shit for?
Yeah, exactly.
The quests and the characters and the plot and the story.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I'm just waiting, and like many people, we are just waiting for more NPC quests to come into the game. When we are eager for that. But, like I said, I already did the other missions, and I just have no interest in doing that whatsoever.
Fair enough.
Plus, I feel in the way that a lot of the mobs, they have gotten a little bit more overpowered than they used to be, because there is this thing in Fallout 76 where you are a brand new character, and sometimes you have to be walking to places where there are NPCs that are way stronger than you. I mean, they will one-hit kill you. and they run faster than you, and they don't have stamina, and there's no way you can escape. So
good job, Bethesda.
Yeah,
And that's still in the game.
basically, normal ghouls, yeah, you can still fight them if they're kind of around your level, but you walk one area, okay, find normal level ghouls.
I've heard about it before this, because I was hoping to have ended this video 5 minutes ago.
Oh, sorry.
So before we go on to a detailed analysis of how fucked up some of the ghouls are, you need to understand that there are certain types of ghouls that even though they say they're the same or rough level as you,
Yeah.
they'll fuck you up.
If you start playing Fallout 76, for the love of God, avoid the muddy ghouls. If you see ghouls that are covered in mud, don't even go near them. Don't get them aggro on you, because it's gonna be a nightmare. Even in my character that I am, my first character that I'm very high level, it took me a while to kill those bastards, and they were a level much lower than me.
So either stay away from muddy ghouls or don't install Fallout 76.
Okay. Yeah.
Either
I
way,
suppose.
problem solved.
Yeah.
And apparently I got it wrong, it wasn't Morecambe and Wise at all, it was the two Ronnies.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Oh, and
You all have no idea what I'm talking about.
the end of last episode, that's what he means. And the thing that I used to do, the challenge that I did last week,
Oh yeah.
the one thing I used to do that young people don't do nowadays was I used to listen to the radio and record as soon as the
Yes.
music would start,
Yeah.
and I'll make a mixtape on a cassette.
Yeah, we'd listen to the top 40 on
Yes.
Sunday, and you would record them using a cassette tape, and you would have to try to, because usually the
Yeah.
bastard DJ would start speaking over the last couple of
Ah,
seconds.
yes. Yes.
You had to try to.
If you had a good radio DJ, they would announce when the music will come. They would give like an order of songs, so you kind of knew when to look for it, and then you'll start recording and then save. And it was,
Yeah, most people said that the thing that they did that people don't do anymore was trying to rewind a tape using a pencil.
Mhm.
If anybody even knows what a tape cassette is.
Yeah, I'm from that age.
Anyway,
As well.
it's time we put this one to bed.
Yes.
So it's good night from me.
And good night from me. Good night
Oh
from him.
my god. Oh yes, I know what we're talking about. It was that thing, and she still gets it wrong.
I forgot it. I watched the video, but I forgot it, Paul. So I'll just go with the Checkman Brothers. Give it a few more episodes, maybe it will.
Yeah, maybe you'll remember to take your memory pills and you'll remember them.
No!
Well, then again, maybe not. Anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care, and we'll catch you next time.
Oh, yes.